Discover the investment bank that has shaped the financial world for over a century, the powerful and influential Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, one of the world's most powerful investment banks, has been in business for over 150 years. Founded in 1869 by Marcus Goldman, the company has grown from a small brokerage firm into a global powerhouse, with offices in over 30 countries and more than 40,000 employees. In this video, we'll take a closer look at how Goldman Sachs became a company that ruled the world. Part 1. The early days of Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs was founded in 1869 by Marcus Goldman, a German immigrant who started the firm with his son-in-law, Samuel Sachs. Initially, the company focused on commercial paper, providing loans to businesses in New York City. However, Goldman Sachs quickly expanded its services and became involved in underwriting, trading, and investing. In the early 20th century, Goldman Sachs played a major role in helping to finance the growth of the United States. The firm helped to raise capital for companies such as Sears, Roebuck, and Company. And it also played a role in the formation of the modern oil industry by financing the creation of Gulf Oil. Part 2. The rise of Goldman Sachs. In the post-World War II era, Goldman Sachs continued to grow and expand its services. One of the key figures in this period was Sidney Weinberg, who joined the company in 1907 as a janitor and worked his way up to becoming the firm's managing partner in 1930. Under Weinberg's leadership, Goldman Sachs became more involved in mergers and acquisitions. The firm helped to facilitate the merger of RCA and NBC, creating a media giant that dominated the industry for decades. Goldman Sachs also played a key role in the creation of the conglomerate movement, helping to finance the acquisition spree of companies such as Textron and Littleton Industries. In the 1970s and 1980s, Goldman Sachs began to focus more on trading and investment banking. The firm created the first index fund and helped to develop the market for commercial paper. It also played a key role in the growth of the junk bond market, which allowed companies with lower credit ratings to raise funds through high-yield debt offerings. During this period, Goldman Sachs also became more involved in international finance. The firm established a presence in London in the 1970s and began to offer services such as currency trading and global mergers and acquisitions. In the 1980s, the company opened offices in Tokyo and Hong Kong, establishing a foothold in the rapidly growing Asian markets. In the 1990s and 2000, Goldman Sachs continued to expand its services and reach. The firm became heavily involved in the creation and trading of complex financial instruments, such as mortgage-backed securities and collateralized debt obligations. It also played a key role in the growth of the derivatives market, which allowed investors to hedge their risk exposure to various financial assets. However, the financial crisis of 2008 was a major setback for Goldman Sachs. The firm faced intense scrutiny for its role in the creation and sale of mortgage-backed securities, which were a major contributor to the collapse of the housing market. Goldman Sachs received a bailout from the U.S. government and faced significant legal challenges and reputational damage. Despite these challenges, Goldman Sachs has continued to be a major player in the financial industry. The firm has diversified its services and remained at the forefront of innovation in finance. Today, Goldman Sachs remains one of the most influential and powerful investment banks in the world. Part 3. The impact of Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has had a significant impact on the global financial system and the wider economy. The firm's services and innovations have shaped the way that companies raise capital, invest in new ventures, and manage risk. One of the key ways that Goldman Sachs has impacted the financial industry is through its role in underwriting new security offerings. The firm has helped to raise billions of dollars for companies through initial public offerings, IPOs, and other securities offerings. This has allowed companies to expand their operations, invest in new ventures, and create jobs. Goldman Sachs has also played a major role in the growth of the derivatives market. The firm's innovations in this area have allowed investors to hedge their risk exposure to various financial assets, reducing the overall risk in the financial system. However, the derivatives market has also been the source of significant controversy, as some of these instruments have been linked to the financial crisis of 2008. Another area where Goldman Sachs has had an impact is in the creation and trading of complex financial instruments, such as mortgage-backed securities and collateralized debt obligations. While these instruments can provide investors with valuable diversifications and return opportunities, they can also be risky and difficult to understand. Goldman Sachs has faced criticism for its role in creating and selling these instruments. particularly in the aftermath of the financial crisis. Goldman Sachs has also had a significant impact on the wider economy. The firm's role in underwriting securities offerings and facilitating mergers and acquisitions has helped to drive economic growth and job creation. However, the firm has also been accused of contributing to income inequality by focusing on serving the needs of wealthy individuals and large corporations. Despite these controversies, Goldman Sachs remains a major player in the financial industry and continues to have a significant impact on the global economy. The firm's services and innovations have helped to drive economic growth, facilitate investment and risk management, and shape the financial system we know today. Part 4. The future of Goldman Sachs. The future of Goldman Sachs is likely to be shaped by a range of factors, including regulatory changes, technological innovation, and shifting market conditions. However, the firm is well positioned to navigate these challenges and continue to thrive in the coming years. One key area where Goldman Sachs is likely to focus its efforts is on sustainability and responsible investing. The firm has already made a commitment to be carbon neutral by 2030 and has pledged to invest $150 billion in sustainable finance projects. As investors increasingly prioritize ESG, environmental, social, and governance factors in their investment decisions, Goldman Sachs is likely to place greater emphasis on sustainable living in the coming years. Another area where Goldman Sachs is likely to focus its efforts is on technology and digital innovation. The firm has already made significant investments in areas such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and digital currencies, and it is likely to continue to explore new ways to leverage technology to improve its services and streamline its operations. This could include the development of new digital platforms for trading and investing management, as well as the use of data analytics and machine learning to inform investment decisions. Regulatory changes are also likely to shape the future of Goldman Sachs. The firm is likely to face an increasing scrutiny from regulators and policymakers, particularly in the wake of the financial crisis and other recent scandals in the financial industry. This could lead to greater restrictions on the firm's activities and greater pressure to improve its risk management and compliance process. Finally, the future of Goldman Sachs is likely to be influenced by broader market trends and economic conditions. The firm's success is closely tied to the performance of the global economy, and shifts its economic growth, inflation, and interest rates could all impact its profitability and growth prospects. Overall, the future of Goldman Sachs is likely to be shaped by a range of factors, including sustainability, technology, regulation, and market conditions. However, the firm's long history of innovation, adaptability, and resilience suggests that it is well positioned to navigate these challenges and continue to be a major player in the financial industry for years to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey through this history and impact of Goldman Sachs. As we conclude, we encourage you to stay informed about the world of finance and the important role that companies like Goldman Sachs play in shaping it. If you found this content valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel and liking this video to show your support. By doing so, you can stay up to date on future content and continue to learn about the fascinating world of finance. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in future videos.